Even kijken. Let's see. A little movie for the girl. Praat je ook Engels? De vuilniswagen? Oeh.
Nee, vuilniswagen met een kerstman.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Okay, here we are. We are ready to rumble. We got the little girl here for breakfast. Say hi, Bella. Zeg maar hallo.
Hallo.
Hello, everybody.
Hallo, knamperjumpjes. Dat goed ik dat.
Ja.
Die meisje.
Ja. En tegen de mensen die kijken, hè. So, we have about 30 minutes. So this will be a quick stream for you people who are going to be watching. We are going to try and do the warrior quest. We picked that up a few whiles back when we were level 10, but I thought that would be a bit hard. I'm usually waiting a bit to be as safe as possible. So when we pick up quests, I wait 1 or 2 levels before I actually start them off. So yeah, we reached level 12 the last session. Quick recap, we found all materials for our goggles. Look at that. That's looking good, right? That is looking very good. We leveled up to 12, so we got overpower. Instantly overpower the enemy, causing weapon damage +5. Only usable after the target dodges. And the overpower cannot be blocked, dodged, or parried. Okay. And we got the shield bash. Bashes the target with your shield for 6 damage. It also interrupts spell casting and prevents any spell in that school from being cast for 6 seconds. Okay. And now we are on our way to do a warrior's training. What do we have to do? Speak with Harry Burlgard. You have shown yourself to be a competent warrior, Northshire, but you are still young.
Happy birthday to you.
Jij wordt een hele goede streamer.
Nog?
Nee. Jij?
Jawel, ik ken Henky Panky nog.
Oh.
Pinky Shin, hey, Henky Pinky, Henky Panky,
Henky Panky, Shanghai. So what did we have to do for a warrior's training? Speak with Harry Burlgard. You have shown yourself to be a competent warrior, Northshire, but you are still young and have a lot to learn. Speak with Harry Burlgard. He is usually in the Pig and Whistle Tavern in the old town of Stormwind. Harry is an old veteran and a good teacher. He can show you a few moves that will keep you breathing longer. I could use that, especially on this hardcore journey, guys. Especially on this hardcore server. So we're gonna speak with Harry Burlgard. Oh, I was hoping I had some buffs still, but I don't. We are out of buffs. We still have a talent point though. Increase your chance to get a critical strike with melee weapons by 3%. Give me that. Might just save me some time to get a nice crit when you need it. Remember, we have the copper bombs. Inflict 22 to 28 fire damage and incapacitates targets in a 3-yard radius for 1 second. Any damage will break the effect. Unreliable against targets higher than level 24. So we can use this. We can use this. We have hamstring. And we have heavy linen bandages. So if things get messy today, we have a lot of escape options. A lot of escape options.
Kom dan met de machine. Daar is zo'n leeftijd. Waar? In een kut.
Okay, here we go. Harry Burlgard. Let's see what he has to say. It takes more than a big arm and a mean look to be a warrior. You also need a clear head and a sharp eye if you want to stay alive. And bad breath doesn't hurt either. A warrior's training.
Be careful.
Ho ho, have a drink with me, lad. You look tough on the outside, but let's see if your gut can handle a few mugs of the pig and whistle's strongest. Or were you here for a lesson? Yes, we were.
For the Alliance.
Bartleby the drunk. Yeah, I can teach you. But first I want to see what moves you already have. See that drunk over there at the end of the bar, Bartleby? I want you to get his mug. Ha! And if you know Bartleby, then you know he won't just give it to you. Speak with Bartleby.
Light bless you.
Okay, let me get a sip of coffee before we do that.
Mag ik nog eens drinken?
Wil je wat drinken?
Ja.
Oké, Bartleby. Rustig. Kleine slokjes, madame. Kleine slokjes. Hey, Melissa, you are here. Hey, that is very nice. Usually I also have on the cam, but I have my little girl with me right now. She's having breakfast, as you can hear, so we will put on the cam next time once again. So how nice of you to stop by and say hello. So where do you live? You must be living in America, right? Considering that it's 2:34 a.m. You actually checked in. That's very nice of you. We were just trying to do a warrior quest here. Bartleby the drunk. I've heard that would be tough. Where in America do you live exactly? Florida. Oh, that sounds good. For us Europeans, Florida always sounds great. I only think about sunny weather when I think about Florida and beaches. So let's see what Bartleby has to say in the meanwhile.
Can I help you?
Hello, fancy boy. What's a prissy thing like you doing in the pig and whistle? Be careful, or you might break a nail. It's actually quite funny.
Have a good one.
You want what? You're crazy. The only way you will get this mug is if you pry it from my cold, dead fingers. Beat Bartleby, and then talk to him. Beat Bartleby. Okay, let's sure we use everything that we have. Okay, here we go. Accept.
You need something?
Can I charge in? No, I cannot. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's use this. Alright, this is looking good. Guys, this is looking good. Should be winnable. Hey, that was actually not too bad. Okay, enough. I give up, he says. It was actually very hot today. Oh, do you live near the beach or near the water? Or have a swimming pool? Or do you just have to sweat it out? Oh, I actually got PvP flagged or what? A proud member of the Alliance. Opposed to members of the Horde. Orcs, Trolls, Tauren, Undead, and Blood Elves. Never seen this before. Well, Bartleby, let me see what you have to say.
What can I do?
You are a lot tougher than you look. Of course I am. Did you see my goggles? I'm one tough boy. Complete the quest.
For the Alliance.
Okay, here is my mug. Wait, let me finish what's in it first. There we go. Bring Bartleby's mug to Burlgard.
See you later.
Well, that was a funny quest. It was not too hard. I thought it would be harder. But maybe since I'm level 12 already, it was not that hard. Harry Burlgard.
What can I do for you?
I saw your fight with Bartleby. Nicely done. Did you get his mug? Yes, I did.
Go with honor.
There it is. He sure didn't want to part with it, but you were persuasive. Well done. Now for your lesson. complete.
Careful.
Yes, Marshall Haggard. You have learned a few moves, but you could still use a decent weapon. I bet if you spoke with Marshall Haggard, he could help you. Marshall Haggard lives in a manor in Alwyn Forest at the Eastvale lumber camp. He is retired now, but he collected a lot of gear during his career. Let him know I sent you, and with luck, he will have a spare weapon to offer. Speak with Marshall Haggard.
For the Alliance.
Nice, that will be a good trip to Marshall Haggard. Let's see, Melissa. Yes, I have a swimming pool. I'm about an hour or more from the beaches. Depends on the ones I want to go to. So, you have your own swimming pool. I don't know, Melissa, but it sounds like you're living the dream, though. You live in Florida, you have your own swimming pool, you're about an hour away from the beach. You apparently play World of Warcraft, right? Since you're watching this stream. Seems like you're doing good for yourself. Nice, very nice to hear. And then you live in Florida, you say, right? I'm not that familiar with the United States, but what's the...
Eten.
Wil je nog wat eten? Ik heb nog een banaantje.
Nee.
We hebben niks anders meer, schat. What city do you live in? Wil je een banaantje hebben, schat? Maak hem maar open. Let's peel this banana.
Nice.
Kijk eens. Dit, 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 dit. Dit, 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 dit. Tampa. Oh, I've heard about that. Oh, that's from the... Oh no, that's not Tampa, that's Tulsa. I wanted to say Tulsa King, that series with Sylvester Stallone. But Tampa, that's like with Tampa Bay. I think I've heard about that before.
Alsjeblieft.
Alsjeblieft, dankjewel schat. Do you play World of Warcraft a lot? And what do you play? Oh, this warrior quest. I'm very glad that we got it done. I thought it would be very hard, but it was alright. It was alright. So now we make our way to the Eastvale logging camp. We have to go there anyway for our next quest. So we can pick up a new weapon there. Turn in this Stormwind armor marker. Nice. Yes, I play World of Warcraft retail. Ooh, that's the new stuff, right? That is the new stuff. I actually I reinstalled World of Warcraft I think 3 months ago, and I had like a free trial, and I think then you actually play retail. I'm like, whoa, they really changed this game a lot, because it was about 19 years that I have not played. I'm like, whoa, you can create really cool characters, a lot of options. And then I noticed like, oh, this leveling is going pretty fast. And everything was so new. And then I spoke to a friend of mine who kept playing all those years, and he said, yeah, there's also something like classic. Then it's actually the way it was 20 years ago. And for me, that was like a little bit of nostalgia. So I decided to give classic a try. And yeah, well, here we are. Now they have this TBC server. So we actually made a character on classic, but now that the TBC server is here, we made this new one. And what do you play on retail? Are you doing the new thing now, Midnight? I have another friend who's playing that as well. He told me he had 6 classes of level 90, and he's doing like daily quest and stuff like that. It's totally different than this classic WoW, right? I had no idea. I had no idea there were such big differences. Lekker.
Eet jij het op?
Ja, als jij het niet opkrijgt, eet ik het wel op. Maar eet jij maar eerst wat je wil hebben, schat.
Maar jij moet die eten.
Moet ik die eten? Ah, yes, you play Midnight. And what class are you? We need to make some more light shots soon. We're running out. We are running out. That's something for later today. So I have to think. So it's 5 hours earlier in your place. So usually I'm not on at this time. This is more like an exception. Maybe once or twice a week I'm able to play at this time for just like 30 minutes before we have to bring the little girl to school. And then I will be back in like 6, 7, 8 hours. For us, that's in the afternoon. For you, that would be like, I think, 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Maybe that's the time you could join. I have no idea if you have work or stuff like that to do. And then I will play at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. So that would be 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon for you. Yeah. I think that's about right, since it seems to be 5 hours earlier where you are right now. You said it was 2:34. Here it was 7:34 at that time. Big time gap. Ah, this is the people that are alive right now in the guild. Man, I'm enjoying this so much. Very cool. I don't know if you got my question, but what class, what character are you playing right now in World of Warcraft? As you can hear, my girl is also asking you some questions. Ja. Die mevrouw waar we nou mee aan het praten zijn, die praat ook Engels. Net als de liedjes van Anna en Elsa. Oh, you're working from 1 p.m. to 10 a.m.
Marissa.
I play a druid. Oh, cool. I like that class. It's so versatile, right?
De wolfjes vandaag doen?
De wolfjes? Nee, ik denk het niet. Ken je nog een liedje van de wolf? Ben niet bang voor de boze wolf. Ben niet bang, ben niet bang. Ben niet bang voor de boze wolf. Ben niet bang. Hey, another quest here. What's that? What is this? That is Guard Thomas.
Light be with you.
Dat is mijn vrouw.
Hello, citizen. You look like a man with a purpose. Do you have business with the Stormwind army? A bounty on Murlocs.
Light bless you.
The Stormwind army has placed a bounty on Murloc lurkers and foragers in Alwyn. Slaughter them and bring me their torn Murloc fins, and the Stormwind army will reward you well. The Murlocs have built a village at Stonecairn Lake north of here, and another to the south, where the stream forks. Bring 8 torn Murloc fins to Guard Thomas at the East Alwyn Bridge. You will be able to choose one of these rewards. Oh nice, a new weapon. Ooh, pretty.
Go with honor.
Pretty. Let's accept that quest. We won't be able to do it now, but that's fine. We'll do it later. We will do it later. And what kind of work do you do, Melissa? So we had to find... What was the guy's name? Let me see. Speak with Marshall Haggard. You have learned a few moves, but you could still use a decent weapon. I bet if you spoke with Marshall Haggard, he could help you. Marshall Haggard lives in a manor in Alwyn Forest at the Eastvale Lumber Camp. I think that's here, right? He's retired now, but he collected a lot of gear during his career. Let him know that I sent you, and with luck, he will have a spare weapon to offer. Oh yeah, there's a lot of quests here. Your daughter sounds adorable. Thank you. She is. Oh, you work for Walmart. Nice. Well, I've heard about that. It's so funny how us Europeans hear or know so many little things about the United States from like all the movies that are on television and Netflix. I think it's really funny. Marshall Haggard.
Dit is met samen.
Wat zeg je?
Wat is er met Dennis, Mara en Henk?
Weet ik niet, schat. Jij bent aan het kijken, moet je mij vertellen. Ik weet het niet.
Misschien zijn ze ziek.
Nee, Oh, misschien, weet ik niet. Oh ja, Henk heeft jeuk, zie ik. Oh nee, Henk.
Maar
Kijk, die meneer, even een oogkapje. Ik kan niet meer zo goed zien. Garm, oude meneer. Eens kijken wat hij heeft te zeggen. So what do you do for Walmart? You're stocking shelves? Or a cashier?
wat een vuilniswagen.
Vuilniswagen heeft ook jeuk. Oh, misschien zijn ze allergisch of zijn ze door de planten gelopen die prikken. Oeh. Marshall Haggard. Who's that, Burlgard? Is that you? You will have to step a little closer. My eyes aren't what they used to
Geen
be.
rode stipjes.
Jij? Nee. Jij hebt geen rode stipjes. Jij hebt geen rode stipjes. Let's see. Oh, you're the manager. Nice. Of course, what am I thinking? You don't have a house with a pool when you're stocking shelves, right?
Bambies, bambies.
As you can hear, my girl is also trying to ask questions in English. Zeg maar, hi Melissa.
Hi Melissa.
How are you today?
Hi Toekalawels. Wat is er met vuilniswagen?
Ja, die heeft jeuk.
Maar wat is er met... Wat is er met juffrouw Mona?
Geen idee. Geen idee wat er met je... Wil je nog een banaantje eten?
Nee, ik heb het op.
Heb je het op?
Ja.
So where were we? Let's see. Marshall Haggard. Who is that? Burlgard. Is that you? You will have to step a little closer. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Walking up like that, I thought you were a gnoll. We are not.
Be careful.
That Tooth Jack. Burlgard sent you, did he? Yes, I have spare weapons around here, but first I have a task for you. Even wachten. A while ago, a defiant villain, Death-Tooth Jack, tricked me. It was dark, and he was wearing a Stormwind tabard, and I thought he was Marshal Duggan. He said he needed my old Stormwind Marshal's badge, and I gave it to him. And then he laughed and ran off before I could catch him. Get back my badge. Death-Tooth Jack probably has it stowed in his camp to the south. Retrieve Haggard's badge from Death-Tooth Jack's camp and return to Marshall Haggard. Oh man, I thought we were gonna go over here and pick up a new weapon, but first we have to do something for it. Whoa, that's a sick weapon though. Axe, mace, sword, 7.6 with 1 stamina. Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool. Ooh, I like the dagger the best, but I think this would be the best weapon. I don't know why. I got the feeling. Yeah, I think this would be best. Haggard's axe also looks pretty cool. Alright, let's accept this. Unfortunately, we don't have time to do that right now, because we have to bring the little girl to school in a bit. So I think we're gonna... yeah. We're gonna have to log off in a few minutes, unfortunately. But that's good, because Melissa probably has to go to bed. Right, Melissa? If you have to work later in a few hours, you should probably get some rest. I hope you had a good time here on the live stream. Hope to see you back again soon. And like I said, usually my daughter is not here with me, and we also we can turn on the cam and just have a bit more lively conversation, I would say. So yeah, I wish you a good night rest. And guys, we will be back later today in just a few hours, and then we're gonna pick up the quests where we left off when the little girl is doing her midday nap. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. It was very fun, short session today, and yeah, we'll be back in a few hours for people that are interested.
Wat gaan ze nou doen?
We gaan zwaaien en dan gaan we stoppen. You're very welcome. Thank you for the chat and for your time. It was fun. We'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching, everybody. See you guys later. Back in a few hours. Zeg je doei tegen Melissa? Zeg maar bye. Bye. Bye.
Mag ik nog kijken?
Nee, we gaan naar beneden, liever.
Nee, die.
Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao, Papau.